Hey guys, it's me, the dude who talks, and welcome. So for today, I'm going to be talking about the latest album from Esses called Bloodletting For The Lonely, which came out on the 6th of August through Batcave Productions and Attack Records. So Bloodletting For The Lonely is the second album from Esses, who are a post-punk band from Oakland, who came about through a number of bands in 2014, which feature Miss Kell on vocals and songwriter, Dawn Hills on guitar, Scott B on guitar as well, Scout Late on bass, and Kevin Brown on drums. So the album Bloodletting For The Lonely covers such a range of topics as mental health and trauma, and also the record has been described as to interpret the psychology of moving through this comatose space as two separate beings inhabiting the same body. So with that out the way, what did I think of this album? Did I like it or did I hate it? Well, let's find out. So before we get into the actual review, Bloodletting For The Lonely consists of 9 tracks and clocks in at 31 minutes and 32 seconds. So a great place to start, like always, would be the opening track, which is called The Source. And it starts off with this dark sounding, very eerie intro. Very 80s dark post-punk style. Imagine Pornography era of The Cure and obviously Susie and the Banshees. It feels very quite slow at the start, like a slow dance in a blacked out room, with the only thing happening is this repeating riff. That is until we hear Miss Kell sing, who has this haunting vibe with the vocal delivery, but is able to go much harder with lines like "Don't You Want Me" with a convincing display of emotion, and I'm genuinely impressed. Miss Kell is a fantastic vocalist. While The Source is quite slow-paced, Pierce the Feeling, the following song, feels more energetic, having a more punk feel to it, with Miss Kell adding more of a shriek to the vocals, and when that bass line is heard, it gives the song a bit more energy as well. And also, to add to the side, is I'm liking the distorted guitar tone used in this song. Also, another song that's fast-paced like this one is the song Infinite Void, which also delves a little bit into the punk territory as well. One thing that Esses really excel in is creating such a dark atmosphere with their music. This is really apparent on songs like Four Corners, and that song feels like a really menacing, slow burn in its atmosphere. And it has this whole echoey feel to it, which I feel like comes down to the use of reverb on the guitars to create said atmosphere. I will definitely say that their influence is firmly set in the gothic slash new wave slash post-punk era of the late 70s and early 80s. This is apparent with songs like Before the Blight, which could have easily been a leftover single from that era, and is one of the strongest songs on that album in my opinion. As much as I enjoy the instrumentals on this album, I feel like the strongest part of it is the vocalist Miss Kell. I feel that is the driving force of this whole album, and this is definitely apparent on one of the singles called Little Mouse, which for me is definitely a really strong song. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it for you. So I kind of struggled to come up with any nitpicks of this album because I really enjoyed it, and the only thing that I could think of is maybe it's a little bit too firmly rooted in that 80s post-punk new wave era. That's not necessarily a bad thing because I think they do this sound really well. I'm just wondering if they're just going to stick in that area, but I'm hoping that they just kind of push themselves further out their comfort zone because I see a lot of potential. So I was going to put this on my summer video, but I felt that this album deserved its own video. It definitely nails the atmosphere and delivers some really dark atmospheric songs with a nice punk kick, which is further propelled by Miss Kell's vocals. And I'm really hoping that this album is the start of something really big with this band. So I definitely recommend that you should listen to this album. So that was me talking about Bloodletting For The Lonely by Esses. Have you picked this album up yet? Please let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. Like always, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. It really helps out. I just also want to plug my socials as well. On Instagram and Facebook, so I'll be including links to them in the description section. So if you want to give that a like and a follow, please do so. It's really helpful. So yeah, that is it for me. I've been the dude who talks, and always, you guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you soon. Bye.